Hi, my name is Kaitlin Schmidt, and I am a traveling science show presenter here at the Franklin Institute. Today, for our Spark of Science, I've brought one of my personal favorite demonstrations, a whoosh bottle. So the whoosh bottle is a great way to demonstrate the power of air. We are surrounded by air at all times, yet most people don't really think about it. So we use the whoosh bottle here to talk about two very important storms, tornadoes and hurricanes. One of the most iconic features of these storms is in fact their wind speeds. In order to be classified as a hurricane, air has to be moving at over 74 miles per hour. And that is incredibly fast, and let me show you just how strong moving air can be. So inside this bottle, there is air. And those air molecules right now are moving and they're pressing outwards on the bottle. However, as I mentioned, we are surrounded by air. So there's also all of the air outside pushing inwards on the bottle. Right now, those two pushes are balanced, so not much is happening. But I'm gonna change that up. I'm gonna put some fuel into the bottle. If we're putting fuel in something, it means we're gonna light it on fire. When we light all of this fuel, all this air on fire is going to get really hot. When matter gets hot, it likes to get big, so all of that air is going to have nowhere to go. It's going to come out the bottle, and we're going to have a lot of air outside the bottle, not a whole lot of air inside. We're gonna see just how strong air pressure can be. So in order to keep the air from going back in, I'm going to drop a tiny little racquetball on top. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. The only thing crushing this bottle right now is the air inside our atmosphere. Now, in fact, the air is what's holding the racquetball to the bottle as well. And if I take that racquetball off, a bunch of air rushes inside the bottle and pushes out for us. Basically, I've just created a little bit of wind. Air will always move from an area where there's a lot of air to an area where there's not so much air. And you can imagine that if this air had more energy from our sun, more energy from water in the ocean, it could do a lot more damage. And this is how we get wind speeds that are so incredibly fast. So once again, my name is Kaitlin. Thank you guys for tuning in to this Spark of Science, and we'll see you next time.